I'm 4 hours from home right now. I drove up here with 2 bikes loaded in the back of this truck behind me, and we are here visiting our friends at Cyclops. Yes, they have driven down to find me a lot of times. Several times they've come down and done work in my garage. I felt it was probably time for me to come up here and visit them, and I thought, why not do a tour of the shop and see everything they've got going on while we're here. So they've got my brand new DRZ with 1 mile on it in there, and they have my newish 390 Adventure in there, and I think one or both of them is in some kind of state of disassembly. I'm a little concerned about what I'm going to see when I go in there, but will you come with me and we'll find out together? Let's hope it's not too traumatic. Uh-oh, Rue's here. Rue's here. This is who I came to see. This is who I came to see. What are you doing, puppy?
Hey, Captain.
We're here. We made it.
Yes, you did.
My bike's falling apart already.
It's already falling apart. We're not going to have any issue making Tuff Light kit for it. That's going to be pretty straightforward, and we'll be able to get you set up today. Worked out great because we already had everything made for other kits that fit on this bike.
Oh, convenient. So you can start selling those right away.
Yeah. That's also a new kit that you're going to be the guinea pig on.
So excited.
So we're getting 2 for 1 here out of Ben.
Hey, I mean, it's
kits.
at least I could do, you know, after all the work you've done for me. Least I can do is let you tear apart my bikes, and I assume you'll be able to put them back together. I don't know.
Well,
It's easier when they're clean.
Yeah, it's not like they're brand new or anything.
They came in yesterday. This one had 1 mile on it. Sorry, man, it's got like 150 now.
Not surprised.
You know, last night Brian went and raged them.
It's nice of you to clean it afterward.
Yeah.
Again, because it was.
The magic car wash.
Leave no trace.
It applies on all levels. Show us around your facility. I've never been here before.
Right on, Ben. Yeah, well, it's not huge or anything, but we do a lot of stuff in here that we're pretty proud of. Most of our business is out of state or out of country, you know, not from around here, but sometimes we'll get locals come in and just be able to buy things. At least a place where they can come and check things out in person.
So people can walk in here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we love to see customers. We've had people from all over the world that are just traveling, Mexico or France or something like that, overlanders that are, you know, adventure riders that are riding around the world, stop in and get set up with lights, which is really cool. So basically these are the same displays that we pull around any of the different shows that
Look
people
familiar.
might see us at. Nothing's changed recently as far as our display setup. Some trophies around. Some of these are from my personal racing. Some of them are from when we used to do a lot of 24-hour races. We were winning the 24-hour races pretty much everywhere we went. We had a great team of partial Canadians and then myself and my son. Hector Gear, which hopefully we'll get you involved in at some point. They're made in South Africa, great product. And that's an old race bike that I had one similar when I was a kid.
Dude, this set was sick too. I love the double headlight.
That's been on a lot of Baja 1000 Ironman bikes.
Can you show us where the sausage gets made? It's a doggle. Hi, Rue. This is the real boss around here.
Deep down.
Yeah. There's Brian just doing work or whatever.
Yeah. We've got a small area here where we do some installs.
My bike's already in pieces.
Yeah. Here's where we manufacture all the skein products. Raw boards we have manufactured in California. They're delivered to us like this. Then we program those for the various different skein products. It might be a dimmer, it might be a P3 system, it might be a front photon blaster system. First we'll program them, then we'll insert the wires. This one happens to be the accelerometer version, so it's got a weight on it to help with that inertia. And we've got our clamshells that we will pack them in with some sealant, and then they get glued together, stickered, then they go off to testing. They'll start getting packed up for shipment.
What a great little microcosm you got going there.
Yeah, it
with the
doesn't
assembly
take a
line.
lot of room. That's kind of nice with, you know, everything small in skein lands.
Right, that's true, yeah.
Our 3D printing area, we print with Nylon X, which is carbon fiber and nylon. It's super strong. Doesn't always look the best, but it is by far the best 3D printing material you can use for our applications. Those are usually going pretty much 24/7. All the different parts. Here's just something simple from, these are the inserts for the T7 for the Tuff Lights.
Oh yeah, look familiar?
Trail Boss inserts that aren't cleaned up yet. These guys will get brass inserts inserted into them, both where the crush zone is and for the threads. Stainless steel actually for the threads. So So it allows us to make some parts fairly quickly and change things if we have to.
Yeah, that's great. You're all
Yeah.
in-house. You're flexible.
Here's where we try to keep most of the Tuff Light stuff on this side of the shop anyways. So we have these manufactured in the United States. Aluminum ferrule that's been anodized. Same thing with the stainless steel spring, and we're using a rubber insert to make sure that the wires don't get pinched between the spring. Also gives it a little bit more strength. So we work with different partners to manufacture the actual light end of it, and then we manufacture the wiring harnesses, all that stuff, figure out the engineering, how everything's going to go together. Everything gets tested, and we don't make anything that doesn't get 100% tested.
I believe you.
Just don't take stuff off the shelf and ship it out. So anyway, this is where we'll do one-off stuff, or if we've got to modify things for certain bikes, because a lot of things will be close, like say we need certain bushings for a kit. Well, we don't buy all the individual bushings. We might have to modify those to, bring them down. So we'll use the lathe to, things that we don't sell thousands of. Maybe we sell a couple hundred.
Right.
Doesn't make any sense to make a new production run. So we'll just modify what we have by cutting down or something on the lathe or whatever it might take. Here's Sandra is checking some skein lights. So she's not only checking that they work, she's checking the amperage to make sure they don't draw too much. Taryn over here is running our bulb checker. We can test 20 bulbs at a time.
I looked right at it. I should have done that. Look at God, it's so bright on the camera too.
Yeah, that thing's running all the time. So every bulb, every single thing that we make and sell gets tested. Nothing leaves this building that is not completely checked out. Here's some wiring harnesses that Brian's in the middle of working on. So we have the connectors. He actually cut all these wires, put them through the sheathing, puts the connectors on them. Basically, the way we're doing our harnesses now, if you were to order it, say it was for a T7 or a 890, whatever it might be, you'll get the bike-specific harness. But say you order it with a high beam activation, which means that you're not adding any switches. You hit your high beam on the handlebars, the auxiliary lights automatically come on. So you start off with that, and you go like, over time, I wish I would have got that dimmer. I'd like to run my lights in low beam as well and have that adjustable feature. All you do is come to this portion of your harness, unplug that guy, come over here, get the gain dimmer harness. This one's actually, it's got an extra piece on it that wouldn't be with most of our lights. Plug it back in and away you go.
All modular.
All modular. And we're offering this stuff for people that don't have our lights. Say you want to run Baja Designs lights or some other brand. You can do that with the skein harnesses and get the same basic setups that we sell with the Cyclops lights. One thing that we're very proud that we do is before we put a product to market, we test it. And this is our homemade shaker table that Brian made. It runs 1.3 million cycles per 24 hours. That's 1.3 million cycles in 24 hours.
And you're testing connections, brackets, the electronics, everything.
Exactly, the innards, the brackets. Anyway, that's our shaker table.
That's cool. That's cool.
We literally used to cut our wire by hand. We had on the bench back there, you can still see the marks where the links and all the different wiring harnesses. We'd pull out wire and cut them and chop them, and we're like, there's got to be a better way. So when we bought Skein, it came with one of these machines that was broken, but it came, and we were looking at it going like, well, that's cool. So we bought another one, and it's just been invaluable.
Yeah, that's got to be
Yeah, we'll make
way nicer.
We make 6 feet of wire. We totally program it, and we can just let that baby run.
And it's got a great beat.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, they're flashing.
That's saying it's a little fast, so I think I know exactly what I need to do here, and we're going to try it. So you kind of got to figure out what's the best for the customer. You know what I mean? Are they going to want to deal with a couple of these or one? What's their accessibility to that? Is it easy for them, or is it hooking 2 of these up easier than hooking 1 up in a bad spot?
And that's sort of what you're figuring out now, right? Nice to have a bike to tear apart so that you can walk somebody else through it.
Take bends by destroy it.
Hey, letting you guys dink around with a small price to pay for getting all the stuff you're about to put on.
We should take a picture of this for the install.
Oh yeah. Ow. God dang.
Hey, there's a lever there.
I see that. I found that with my eye.
One of my favorite things about the Tuff Lights, and we'll see it when they're done, but they function as running lights, but still work as turn signals. So that means the installation is slightly more involved because you have to attach it to the lights, but how does that work, Brian?
So here we have the factory turn signal connection. This takes care of the amber portion of the light when you turn. This white wire is the extra wire that makes the white running light and this come on when you turn the key on. All that gets powered by, this is your switched accessory port on the bike, and we make a little dongle that goes on here and it passes through. And so if you have something here already, you can reconnect it to it. And then these will go into that switched accessory. So anytime you turn the key on, the white running light comes on. Anytime you turn the turn signal on, the turn signal portion takes priority always.
Are they, so it's plug and play, basically?
Yes.
You plug into existing connections?
Correct. Existing connector
No
here,
splicing,
existing
nothing like
connector
that.
here,
Great.
none of that business.
Great, so even an idiot could do it,
Yay!
theoretically. And you'll be looking at pictures of my bike when you get the instructions. So
100.
there you go. So the stock connector's in there with a dummy plug.
Yes.
So Brian's taking that out to stick the dongle in, and then you'll have multiple connectors to the factory.
Correct.
Without splicing anything. So you can add other accessories. You can just order this dongle from their website. It's what, 40 bucks? Even if you're not doing anything else, you just want more accessory plug options. You just get the dongle.
Yep, GPS, whatever. Here it is, plug and play, ready to go. So you plug that in there. So now we turn the key on. White running light in the front. Turn signal when we turn.
All right, Brian, give us a progress update. What are we doing? What have we done so far?
So we've got the front lights installed on the DRZ with the business.
Dingle dongle.
And then I just got done doing the back lights or installing, running the wires up here to the rear plug for all the business here. So I was able to find the license plate light that I'm using for the running light, and then this wire here, the white with the black stripe, is the brake light wire. And so I'm taking the red wires from the Tuff Light and attaching it to that.
Nice.
Solid gray is the license plate positive. The white with the black stripe is the brake light.
So I probably could do this. I think it's simple enough that even an idiot like me could do. I would screw it up and have to like change things a couple times, but I could probably eventually get there with a minimum of popped fuses.
Well, oh yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
And the turn signal circuit has its own fuse.
Yeah, sweet, so I'll know.
So you'll know when it don't work.
Just listen
So
to that
there,
one.
we made those connections. Like here, I will clean that up. That looks kind of funny. But we're testing right now.
Oh boy.
So now we're gonna turn it on. Look at that. Red running lights. Brake lights.
What? And turn signals.
Yep, and then we're gonna turn to
See,
the left.
that's a lot more braking visibility.
Yes, it is.
Look what they've done to our boy.
We've removed
Taking out his eyeball. Now he's a Cyclops.
Good one.
So I am home in the garage. We got, just like the day kind of was long and didn't really do any filming at the end, but the guys were working on the bikes all day, and you know, it's kind of a cool kind of peek behind the scenes because they hadn't been really hands-on with either one of these bikes, and so that was why I took them up there to them, not just to put stuff on them, not just to put stuff on them, but also so that they can get in and see what they need to be able to do and explain to people when they start selling the products for those bikes. So one of the things we spent most of the day on was trying to figure out a good mounting position for some aux lights on the DRZ. And it turned out, just with some of the fun peculiarities of the DRZ, don't have the exact right setup to make that happen yet. So they're gonna make that happen before they put it on the website. But they do have that accessory dongle that you just plug right into the factory port, and then you can plug in like 3 more things. Got my USB charger plugged in, and I still have room to do a GPS later. And it's right behind the headlight, so easy to get to. So I'm stoked on that. And I got the turn signals, which I love the Tuff Lights. I think we showed that they are running lights and brake lights on the rear, and running lights and turn signals on the front, also turn signals on the back, obviously, but they're also like indestructible. Should we punch one? Ah! What are you gonna do? And this, it's funny because I really tested it because I had 2 bikes in the back of the truck, and so the front turn signal was right up against the handguards on the 390, and it was literally like this the whole way. And it's totally fine. It was this one. Right here, you can see it just bounce right back. Those things are super sturdy. But we got those on both bikes. The aux lights were already done on the 390, so they're set up, ready to go. I just want to say thanks to those guys. They sponsored this video. I don't know if I mentioned that in the beginning. I probably have to put in a disclaimer. But yeah, they sponsored the video. They're sponsoring a video a month. I've been working with those guys forever. They're really just cool to hang out with. That's why we don't get as much filming done as we should, because we're just too busy BSing the whole time. But thanks for hosting me. Thanks for letting me come visit the shop. And I wanted you guys to kind of see what goes on behind the scenes, because I've heard concerns. Everyone just assumes that everyone is drop shipping stuff from China and nobody makes their own stuff anymore. And obviously, like, nobody's manufacturing the bulbs in-house, but they are building everything else themselves. You saw it. Like the lighting controllers, it's all just assembled there and shipped out. They do bespoke kits. Darryl, Sandra, Marcel, and Taryn, and Brian, that's it. They're just up there chilling in their shop. And while I was there, they must have gotten 4 or 5 phone calls. And Darryl and Brian were both taking those calls and walking people through installs. So it's just, I like those guys a lot, and I'm stoked that I got to hang out with them, and I'm happy to be working with them. But if you haven't yet, check out the website. I have a code that'll save you 10%. That is promo code Dork in the road. Try to make it the same everywhere I can. And get yourself some aux lights and some upgraded turn signals. These Tuff Lights are the bomb, dude. They are indestructible, and I love the additional functionality. It is not difficult to wholeheartedly induce. It is not difficult to wholeheartedly recommend Cyclops. Love those guys. So check out their stuff. Hope you enjoyed the tour of the shop. And if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing, because I'm the Dork of the Road and I want to be your internet riding buddy, and I'm better than your regular riding buddies because I come with a mute button. Thank you for watching, and please do not forget to be excellent to each other. Thank you.
Excellent!